Hey! That is enough! Sorry, everybody. Welcome in, Nathaniel. Welcome in, Steven. Dark Angel. The dog and the cat are fighting. I'm trying to get myself, set up here and good to go, and Kush is being a butthole. Welcome in, Lala Girl. That's what I get, having to deal with these two every day. I don't even have a voice to scream or like fuss at him either. I swear. All right, we're gonna do some blessings, because what else is there to do? Blessings be to you and to me. Now, I know, Dark Angel, that you were saying hello to Nathaniel and Lala Girl, but it looks like you're saying hello, King Alana. I was about to ask, when did Alana become king? Whoa, what's going on here? Was there a hierarchy overthrow that I don't know about? Yes, Lala Girl, it's messed up beyond belief. My phone bills didn't go through today because of it. My auto pay was supposed to go out today from my debit card. Couldn't happen because the money was stolen yesterday. So hopefully I'll be able to get my phone cards from Walmart, because that's the only way I can get my phone turned back on now. Today might be the last day that we have live streams, because I don't know how long I'm going to have a phone for. But yeah, no, it definitely sucks. It definitely sucks. Straight Talk Wireless. But the reason why I can only do the card now is because I don't have a debit card to purchase online stuff with anymore. My card's locked. No, Nathaniel, it was definitely an April Fool's joke. He came out today and said it was an April Fool's joke. Oh, 1 second, I forgot to set the chat. Because, yeah, we're not playing this game today. Yeah, Dark Angel, I can get it at Walmart. The only problem is Walmart's an hour and a half away from me. So, costs money to get there. It costs money for the cards. This is money that I didn't really have to begin with, you know. It's not like I had a ton of money to begin with. I used the winnings that I got from those tickets to put money on my card to pay my phone bill. And then, yeah, somebody decided it was theirs instead of mine. Yeah, it was a prolonged April Fool's joke. Like I said, it could have been either way. Could have been real, could have been fake. You never know. Okay, and this is a child, so this child is going. Oh my goodness, Kush. Kush, what are you doing? What are we doing? Why are you attacking me right now? Why are we having kitty attacks? Because I fussed you for attacking your sister? Why are you being a naughty kitty this morning? Why are you being a naughty kitty this morning? Welcome in, cat. Oh. We having a moment? We having a moment? Is that what they call it nowadays, cat? Vacuuming? Oh, okay, okay. Get an orange cat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. He's a special one, that's for sure. What is that? What is that? I bet, Nathaniel. It was windy as hell here yesterday. Today is so bad. Y'all are just getting all of our wind that we had yesterday. It's going y'all way. Actually, if I'm pointing right, it's going that way. So that's towards you guys. That way. I know y'all don't know which way it's north, south, east, or west, but in my mind, I know I'm pointing the wrong way if I point that way. Ew, that sucks, Dark Angel. That sucks. I am lucky Blue Dream does not tear up like that. She tears up her toys. That's it. You know, neither does Kush. He doesn't go mess in the garbage cans either. I fussed him a couple times because he tried to, like, look in the garbage can. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Get out of there. Oh, gosh. I'm doing a blessing before he attacks me. He's coming to attack me. He's going to come attack me. He's in one of his modes. Like, he's in crackhead mode right now, for sure. Oof. 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 Well, now he's talking smack in the front of the bus. Why are we talking smack for, Kush? Like, look at this, you guys. He's such a crackhead right now. He's like in and out of the curtains. Kush. What do you see, bud? What about you, Blue? What do you see? What are you doing? Huh? We got a close-up look of you. Here we go. What's up? What are we doing, Blue? Kush is a crackhead. Curtain Kush. What are you doing, Blue? Huh? Why are you freezing up now? Why are you freezing up now? Because I got you on camera. Huh? Why are you freezing up? Special dog and cat. Kush. That cat, I swear. There used to be a show called That Darn Cat. I swear it was about Kush. I swear it was about Kush. Fat chance getting that to happen, Lala girl. Oh, I got some dirty jokes about what's going on with Kush in the window right now, but I can't say them because I'm on YouTube and I'd get in a lot of trouble. You know, I got that. So I can't say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep to myself. Cool, they're dirty jokes. They're dirty jokes. They'd be funny though. They'd be funny. The things that I think of in my head. I'm so glad that I have an inner monologue and I'm not like everybody else that doesn't have it. Like, not everybody else, but a lot of people out there that don't have an inner monologue. I can think stuff without you guys knowing what I'm thinking. Oh, it's so nice to have an inner monologue and not have to worry about you knowing what I just thought. uh, how about that? Uh-huh. That was the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen come off of TV. How did she get famous? Why? Why? Why did America make that person famous? How? And we wonder why our society, like we're going to hell in a handbasket, you know, like really fast. We got jetpacks on, we're going to hell so fast. There's something wrong with us that I looked away, Cat. It wasn't that hard. It was a dumb kid. She is, yes. But somehow she's famous now and she's got tons and tons of money. Like, people made her reality. What should have happened is she should have got a reality check and had to go get a job and work and learn how to respect people. And instead, her stupidity gained her stardom. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It proves that everything is wrong with this place. And not just America, the whole world. I mean, that's a good analogy, Kat. But the fact of the matter is, we praise dumb shit in our society. Not just America, but America's bad. Okay, we let a lot of shit slide here that we should not. Okay. When I was younger, half of the shit that's going on nowadays would have gotten their asses whooped. All right? That's all I'm saying. You run out in the middle of the street trying to block the street, you would have gotten run over by a car. Welcome in, Brother Mike. All these dumb protests and stuff, you know, that make no sense because these people are so stupid. Like, they're completely uneducated on everything. They think they know what they like. I don't understand the thought process that goes into some of these dumbasses that want to go and destroy artwork from the 1800s because they're fighting big oil companies. Like, how stupid are these people? How dumb are you? There's no oil in that oil painting. The oil is linseed oil from a plant. There's no crude oil. It's not made with animal oil. Nice, Mike. That's awesome. Yes, Cat, I agree. 1000%. Bring back ass whoopings and take off the warning labels. Let natural selection take its course. Let's start handing out rings with electrical socket plugs on them and tell people they're electric and they need to be recharged. I mean, it's there is no common sense anymore. Like, I've never had to be told not to stick a fork in an electrical socket. It's an electrical socket. We plug things into it. I know what's in there. I don't need to stick something in it to shock myself to find out what's in there. I mean, the things that I see go on nowadays, and it makes me just wonder, like, how can people be so stupid? Like, how? How can you be so uneducated and think that you're so right? Like, if I got a problem with somebody, you're not going to see me go up against the freak. Like, I'm not going to go protest it in the streets and shit. You learned that lesson a long time ago, Mike? You're a self-learner, huh? Welcome in, Seville. Like, I got plenty of problems with BP oil and all that stuff. I was living in Louisiana when all that shit happened. But you don't see me going out there and protesting, throwing paint on pool cue tables at tournaments and freaking throwing like whatever they threw all over the art pieces of Van Gogh and what was it, Monet's they destroyed a while back. Like, you don't see me going handcuff myself to some art installation protesting some company that has nothing to do with the art that you're protesting. Like, it's so stupid. So stupid. Welcome in, Margot. This is why I like animals over people, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I much prefer animals to people. Like, I can encounter a bear in the wilderness, and I know he wants one of two things: food or shelter. You know, like they're not gonna hide their agenda on you. some people can be bad animals. No, no, I'm sorry. Animals are just better. Exactly. Exactly, Cat. Just because you hate a guy doesn't mean you got the right to go destroy somebody else's stuff. I mean, you could have all the problems you want with Elon Musk. You could have all the problems you want with whoever, you know? But Van Gogh's painting didn't do that. You know, those paintings, I'm really pissed off about the artwork, okay? I love art. And that art from the 1800s, like way back 200 years ago almost, had nothing to do with the oil companies that these people are protesting, has nothing to do with anything that these people are protesting. They're just ruining things for the sake of ruining things because they want to act like they're so stupid. Like it's so dumb. The art pisses me off the most. That's what pisses me off the most. Why'd you ruin something for generations to come that they now cannot see that art anymore because it was ruined by some stupid individual that had no clue what he was even doing. He, she, whatever, I don't know. They have no idea what they're doing out there. It's so stupid. Kids need to be told a lot more than no. All right? Kids need to be disciplined. And I'm not talking about beating children. But I'm talking about discipline your children. Don't let them act out like a fool. I have autism. I was disciplined. I turned out fine. It's about showing your child there needs to be structure in life, not just letting chaos reign. Just because they have problems, welcome in, Michael. Just because they have problems up here, we're not supposed to be allowed to reign free and do whatever the hell we want. That just brings chaos. It doesn't matter if they're nonverbal. It doesn't matter if they act out. It does not matter. You have to show them discipline. If they act out, show them discipline. It doesn't mean beat them, but don't give them their toys. Don't give them what they want. Eventually, they will learn that acting out doesn't get them what they want. Reward good behavior, not bad behavior. It's not hard, Like, I mean, I'm not a parent. I get this, okay? I'm not a parent, but I've helped raise several children with my cousins and my sister, and I've seen what it takes to raise a child. Yes, they can get out of hand, they can get ruly, but I guarantee you, when I came in the room and I put some bass into my voice, it was like, that's enough. Kids, settle down. Even the nonverbal ones, the ones that they look at you like, okay. And when you don't reward their bad behavior, they quit doing it. It's. I think Mike's still here somewhere. Unless he took off. I don't know. He might have to go be the Cabana boy at the Marriott. They might have called for him. Bellhop! Oh, Bellhop! We need you! Carry this bag to room 203, please. Thank you. I don't know. I just think, had we not started handing out participation trophies and telling everybody it was okay to do whatever they wanted, our nation, our society, our world would be in a better place. The uniform's a banana hammock. Oh. You wouldn't want to see. Never mind. uh, One second. Anyway. I don't know. I think things should be done a lot differently. You know, and I'm not talking about going out and beating the crap out of children. I'm talking about disciplining them. You don't have to hit a child to discipline them. I've never once laid hands on any of my nieces or nephews, and I guarantee you, anytime I was around, they were well mannered and they listened. Because they know if they were acting up, they didn't get to play with the toys that I brought, or the games that I brought over, or the snacks that I brought for them to snack on. You know, they wanted anything that I was bringing. If I was cooking, they wanted to eat. You know? I mean, they always got to eat, but... That's funny, Cat. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's, like, for instance, one of my nieces, you know, she was talking back to her mom because she wanted to keep watching her movie. And I was like, oh, yeah, you want to keep talking back to your mom? She said to clean your room. I didn't hear you say, yes, ma'am. I heard you talk back and say, no, I'm watching my movie. So now I'm taking your movie. And I got up and I walked to the DVD player, popped it open, took her DVD out, took it and put it on top of the fridge where she couldn't get it. And yeah, she cried for a while. And then she went into her room and started cleaning her room like her mom told her. And then I got a call from my cousin, you know, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours later. She's like, did you really take her movie? And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't take any movies. She goes, you told my daughter that you took her movie because she was talking back to me and she was laughing at me. And I was like, oh crap, I put her on top of the fridge. Like she literally thought I took her movie. I forgot. I got stoned with my cousin and completely forgot that I put it on top of the fridge, you know, but she was talking back to her mom. And I'm sorry, I don't reward bad behavior. I never put a hand on her, but I took what she wanted away. She wanted that movie. That was her thing, you know, she wanted to watch that movie. And whenever I took it away, because she wasn't listening, everything changed. She quit talking back. She went clean her room. My cousin told me her room was spotless. She cleaned that room for hours because she thought I took her movie. It's just discipline, you know? You don't give in to what they want. Just because they want it doesn't mean they get it. Hell, we didn't get 90% of the shit we wanted when I was a kid. You know how much cool shit came out when I was a little kid? Like, for real. Every freaking commercial was this awesome new toy, this awesome new this awesome new that. New food, new snacks, new candies. We never got any of it. I had to work to get an ice cream if I wanted an ice cream. My grandpa would buy me an ice cream for $1.50, but I had to work in the yard, pulling weeds, cutting grass, you know? All sorts of, whatever he told me to do, that's what I had to do. That was the chore. When did we stop making kids do chores? And now I see commercials for kids getting debit cards and stuff. Like, what the hell? Exactly, Sybil. We always had to work for it. If we wanted something, we had to go out and work hard for it. My grandpa made sure of that. You want that ice cream? Yeah, it's only $1.50. Papa doesn't have a bunch of $1.50s laying around. Yes, I agree, Sybil. I agree. I agree. No shit, you got an easy bake oven? What? Is it as fun as it looked? Is it as fun as it looked? I've never had an easy bake. I've never had one. I've had cousins that had one and I wasn't allowed to play with it. That is awesome. It was so gross. That is hilarious. They made that easy bake oven look so cool. I know it was supposed to be for girls. Ooh, I've been cooking since I was 4, so I didn't care. It was a snack. It made snacks. That's all I heard. I heard it made cakes and cookies. You had me sold at cakes and cookies. I didn't care what kind of gender it was made for. I wanted one. Now I have an actual oven and I make real cakes. Ooh, a teenage... Yeah, you should have got the pizza oven. You should have got the pizza oven. It was nostalgia, though. It was nostalgia. I'm making myself cry. I'm laughing so hard over here. Nostalgia, man. They used to make all that stuff look so cool. But yeah, we didn't get none of that crap. That was waste of money in my parents' and my grandparents' eyes, you know? Like, that was stuff we didn't need. You get what you need. Money goes for whatever's needed, and then, you know, you work for anything extra. I will take your word for it, Kat. Again, I have no need for an easy bake oven because I have a real oven. I actually have 2 real ovens. One's electric, one's propane. So like I prefer to just use my actual ovens. Make a real cake. Plus something this big is not going to satisfy me. I want a cake that I can eat and be like, okay, I can't even finish that. I'll finish it tomorrow. Oh, God. Of course not, Michael. We had no questions, boy or girl, but I'm saying they tailored the easy bake ovens to girls back in the 90s. Like every commercial you saw about an easy bake oven, it was a little girl baking cakes. We had it was like a slime machine or something that they made for the boys. The creepy crawly machine or something they designed for boys. I don't remember the pizza maker. I don't remember a pizza maker in the 90s, okay? I remember like a creepy crawler maker where my cousin had one. You put this gel stuff to like this mold and you put it into this oven thing and it like you close it and it had this light on the inside that would light up and it would turn to like these gummy little worm things. That's what I remember. Yeah, you made slime and stuff. It was like a gack maker from Nickelodeon or something. That's what I remember. I don't remember a pizza maker. That sounds cool. I was a fat kid. I would have loved the Ninja Turtle pizza maker. But yeah, no, I remember every commercial was easy bake ovens were girls and like the slime creepy crawlers were for the boys. How that makes sense, I don't know. Because almost every chef, you know, professional chefs out there, you don't see many women professional chefs. Now, I respect the women chefs because a woman taught me how to cook. You know, women know how to cook. So why is it that they try to make it like cooking's just for girls, you know? Back in the day, that's how they made it seem. Like the woman was supposed to stay home and cook, and the man was supposed to go out and work. Blah blah blah. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. Is that when you came out, Michael? Early 2000s? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Check my email. I'm looking. I'm looking. How do you expect me to know you emailed me whenever I'm looking at the screen reading text like the chat? Oh wow. Yeah, I don't remember that. Was that actually from the 90s? That is expensive. $70. I don't remember that. Oh, I definitely remember Hot Wheels being a boy's toy. And like Barbie was the girls' toy. Like girls had Barbies, boys had Hot Wheels, and then we had like GI Joe stuff was tailored to boys, and I think it was something Holly something for girls. It was like a horse book thing. I can't remember. It was a Holly Pocket or something. I remember. I can kind of remember the commercials of like some stupid little box that they just keep like horse figures in or something. I don't remember, but that was like a girl's toy or something. I man, trying to remember the toys from the 90s. I remember we had like He-Man toys and like Thundercat toys for boys. There was a lot of Barney stuff going around too back then. Yeah, Polly Pockets, right? Yeah. Something like that. I can kind of remember the commercials. You know, they used to have like this. It would be like a girl running around with this box. It looked like a lunchbox shaped like a heart or something. You know, and like she would pop it open and it'd be like horse dolls inside of it or something. I don't know. It was really weird commercials from the 90s. Hell yeah, Thundercats rule. We also had Transformers. We had Transformers toys. And GI Joe toys. Oh, I said GI Joes, but like the little green army men's and stuff. You know, those weren't GI Joes. Those were just green army men. Oh, Doyle rules. We still had toys from the 80s though, like lawn darts and horseshoes. Why were all the toys back in our day like throwing heavy, sharp objects at each other? Huh, Sybil? You ever realize that? Do you think they were trying to like wheedle out the population back then, and they called it accidents when it happened? Like we're literally launching darts at each other, big old spikes, metal spikes, and it's a game. It's a game. Don't move. I'm just throwing the horseshoe. Man, why are you so scared for? I'm a good horseshoe thrower. I'm not gonna hit you in the kneecap again. Like all our games back in the day were pretty gnarly. Remember jacks? You always forget to pick up one jack and just get you. I used to have metal jacks. Those things would hurt if you walked on them. Marbles. Marbles was also huge when I was a kid. We used to play marbles all the time. Whatever happened to all these games, ? Pickup sticks, yeah! Yeah! I used to love playing pickup sticks. Building a tower. Make it impossible. He grabbing you. Got it. Jenga. That used to be a fun one we played in class too. Back when I was in school. We had the Jenga blocks. I don't know. Times were a hell of a lot different. They used to promote outside when I was a kid. Every game was for outside. Especially during the summertime. It was slip and slides and sprinklers and everything was promoting outside. We didn't promote inside. And we had video games. We had Super Nintendos and like Ataris and stuff. We had regular Nintendos too. What phone, Michael? There was no phone back then. The closest thing there was to a cell phone was my aunt's car phone. It was a big giant bag, and you open it, and they had a rotary inside. You go. Guess where I'm calling you from? That's right, I'm in the car. It was weird. It had a big old cord on it, too. I had a rich uncle and aunt. And they weren't rich. They were just like middle-class Americans, but to us, that was rich. I remember my dad got his first cell phone when I was like 11, I think, or 12. I might have been 12 when he got his first cell phone. And it was this big. Literally this big. It was a brick. It was like a rectangle effing brick, and it weighed like 10 pounds. The battery was half the phone. Just a giant battery. Like, it was a literal brick. There was no texting or nothing on that phone. You can make a call on it, and that was it. It had an answer button and a hang-up button. And it had, like, the number keys on it. That was it. From Motorola. Thought he was slick, too, because he had a cell phone. $1 a minute. Used to cost $1 a minute back then for those phones. You'd buy phone cards, and you'd call the number on the back of the phone card, and it would add minutes to your phone. That was wild back then. Yeah, the 1-800-COLLECT. You ain't got the money, just call collect. I do remember payphones. I've used payphones many times when I was a younger, like that was the go-to. When I went to Amsterdam, I used payphones. When I was in New York, I used payphones. When I was in New Orleans and like out of town, I used payphones back in the day. Payphones were cool. But at the same time, the amount of germs that were on those payphones that we didn't think about it from the amount of people that were coughing and sneezing onto those things and just putting them back. We just picked it up and used it. We didn't wipe it off or nothing, we just... And you don't just use a payphone. Like you hug the phone with your neck like because you grabbing the freaking phone book right there to find the person you're trying to call, and you gotta have two hands free to slip the pages. So you're hugging this phone with your neck like this right here. You might as well tongue it. Flipping through the pages. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. 1-800-COLLECT. Can you direct me? We used to we never got sick either. Why is it nowadays everybody gets sick from everything, and back in the day we did shit like that and no problem? We're built different back in the day. That's what it is. We're built different back in the day. We're a different breed. We're just a different breed. I need to do a blessings. I haven't done a blessings in a while. One second, I gotta reply to this. I cooked for my friends last night. I made a stew yesterday, and I put a good healthy amount of garlic, like 2-3 tablespoons of garlic into my onion garlic mixture that I smelt down until it's like a delicious paste or roux. And like I got a message. So I appreciate you cooking for us, but I gotta lay off the garlic. It's killing me today. I put quite a bit of garlic. Hey, I'm doing a blessings. I said I was doing a blessing. Why did I do a blessings? There's now a cat toy near me. I don't know where that just came from. I don't see a cush anywhere around. Brother, I still don't know the number to 911. What does it even start with? They use that joke in the Little Rascals and a bunch of other movies too. What's the number to 911? I could still tell you the number to my grandma's house back in Louisiana from when I was a kid. All right. It was 985-475-7301. And that was how I called home to talk to my mom or like get in touch with anybody if I was going to stay over at a friend's house or whatever. That number has not been in service in 20 years probably, But that number's still embedded in my memory. I can barely tell you my number now. Like, I can barely tell you my own phone number now. There we go. Sorry. My phone was acting weird. But yeah, no, I mean, I know I'm not that old, okay? I'm only 38. I'm not that old. But when I was a kid, we were raised to go outside. We were taught to want to go outside. Hell, you had to hope the person you were calling was rich enough to have an answering machine because most of us didn't have answering machines either. We had a phone, a house phone. If you're lucky to even have a house phone. Because my mom and dad didn't have a house phone. My grandma had a house phone. Like, it was... You just showed up at people's house and knocked on the door and hoped they were home. Went for a drive, go visit people, Like, it was... Times were just different. That's funny, Michael. Times were just so much better back in the day when we were raised to do, to live, not to hide inside. And like, I'm inside all the time now. I get it. I don't want to be outside that much anymore, but I'm making that decision as an adult I've spent plenty enough time outside to realize that I want to be in the air condition when I need air conditioning. Like today is nice. I don't have to have air conditioning today. But it makes me enjoy the hikes when I go on them that much more. Like when I go out and I take you guys and I go out for some cool hike or whatever, it makes me enjoy that much more because I miss it. You know, I do have nostalgia of missing going outside and being a kid. Back in the day, it was awesome. We got to do whatever we wanted pretty much, you know? We as long as we were home before the sun went down, that's all that mattered. We go out, ride bikes, we get in fights, we freaking swim, fish, camp, whatever, you know? We'd make little camps out in the woods. Did whatever we wanted, man. We were free spirits back in the day. Till the lights going on and the sun started going down, then you know you had to be home. You know, we get your ass whooped, but you know. That was just my household. I don't know how everybody else's household was back in the day. If I wasn't home when the sun went down, I'd get my ass whooped. And then I moved in with my grandma and things changed. My grandma never hit me. Not once in my entire life did my grandma ever put hands on me, and she raised me to be a gentleman. Which is why I believe you don't have to hit a kid to discipline them. My grandma and my grandpa just didn't give in. If I wanted something, they made me work for it. My grandma would have me do chores around the house. My grandpa would have me do chores around the outside of the house. It was what it was, you know? If I wanted to watch TV, I had to earn that privilege to go sit and watch TV. If I wanted to go outside and play, I had to earn that privilege to go outside and play. And never once did they ever put hands on me, my grandma or my grandpa. But they made it to where if I wanted, they didn't even have to tell me to go do anything after a little while. You know, like I just go out there. All right, Papa, what can I do in the garden? You know, can I go pluck the weeds? Can we do the grass? You know, what can we do today? And, you know, some days he'd be like, all right, let's go do this. He'd put me doing a task, you know. Other days he wouldn't have nothing to do outside because we've done it all. Not really. We have always something to do. He used to let me draw on pieces of wood. On the days where all the chores were done, he would let me draw because I like to draw. I was really into art when I was a kid. I'm still into art. I love art, and I'll show off my paintings and everything all the time. I also have artwork from other people too, not just my own stuff. You know, like I missed the paintings that I used to have, but like he would let me draw on pieces of like plywood. And I would draw my little characters, and I would just have fun drawing whatever I'd see in my head, you know, I'd just draw whatever. And then he would take the jigsaw and cut them out and then paint them. And he would make like Christmas decorations and stuff like that. He had hundreds of Christmas decorations and like Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, you name it. He had decorations for everything, and he let me draw whatever. He'd be like, all right, it's time for the Easter stuff. So whatever you want to draw Easter, think about bunnies, eggs, whatever, you know. And I'd be like, okay, Pa. And I'll go out there and I'd draw eggs, and I'd just draw a bunch of stuff on plywood. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but it was my grandpa's way of designing the yard with tons of all these awesome, you know, like decorations without spending the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars that everybody else was spending. He had a little artist, and I would sit there and draw, and he would cut it out, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Popcorn on the old phones? You talking about the popping noises and stuff? Or are you talking about like an actual phone with popcorn? It's weird. 'Cause we had weird shaped phones back in the day, you know, that you can get in your room, like a hamburger, Mickey Mouse. Ah, no, I don't remember doing that. I don't remember calling popcorn. I remember calling 411 info to get anything like that. Used to get a lot of people used to get confused with 411 with the 911 because we had the 411 info, but 911 was an emergency channel. I do, however, remember calling like movie places to schedule, see what was playing and stuff like that. Like you'd have to call ahead to the movies, to find out what they were screening because they only had 2 screens and you didn't want to just make a trip for no reason. I also love popcorn. I miss old movie theater popcorn. It's not made the same anymore. I don't care what they say. They can claim it still is. It's not. When I was a kid, you would go to the movie theaters and the popcorn would smell amazing. You would get a box. It would come in like this like tub, It wasn't a bag. The tub made everything. You get a tub, you get a large popcorn. You can hold the tub with 2 fingers, your candy with the rest of your hand, because you get a tub of popcorn and you would go in there and have a real butter that you drizzle on top. It was awesome. Movie theater popcorn was the best. They must have cooked it in like coconut oil or something, like it stayed fresh long. It tasted good all night long. You could eat it throughout the whole movie. Now you get popcorn, it's stale before you get halfway through the movie, it feels like. It don't taste as good. It don't smell as good when you walk in. Like you don't get the nostalgic walk in and go, ooh, I need to get some popcorn. Let's get in line. Let's get in line. No, it doesn't feel like that anymore. I go to the movies and I'm just like, yeah, I could skip the popcorn probably. It doesn't smell that good. It smells half burnt sometimes. It doesn't fill the air like the cool theater feel anymore. I miss the old days when you go to the movie theater, you get the bucket of popcorn. The dude comes out with a big bucket, goes, and it's like a mountain of popcorn, and he plops it down in front of you, and the popcorn goes everywhere. Yeah, no, I agree, Michael. I agree. They changed their recipe. Something changed along the lines because it does not taste the same. It doesn't smell the same. And it's like fake oil they drizzle on top of it now. It's not butter. It's not the same. Back in the day, it used to be real butter. They would drizzle butter on top of your popcorn. It wasn't an oil. And it was so good. I can still remember the feeling of walking through the door and you would smell that popcorn. It would just hit you like a wall. You'd be like, oh, can we get popcorn? Can we get please? Can we get popcorn? Luckily, my uncle and aunt ran the local theater. I think they were cousins. They weren't really my uncle, and I called him Uncle Paul. But he wasn't really my uncle. I think he was just a cousin. Like a second cousin or something. I don't know. But they ran the theater, the local theater. So whenever we went, we got a little discount, and we got to go for like late night screenings and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Aunt Michelle would give us like free candy and popcorn, and Uncle Paul would let us sit in in the projector booth, you know. So we got to see how they changed the movie and stuff, and it was old school like movie reels. It was a lot of fun to watch them change that, and then we get to watch like free movies. Like this is around the time where like James and the Giant Peach was coming out. I can remember we watched James and the Giant Peach from up in the projector booth. They had these little viewing windows on the side of where the camera projected through that you could watch from up in the viewing window. It was a lot of fun. You say it was nice of them, Michael, but my mom and dad used to use them as babysitters pretty much. They would give me $20, you know, to give to my Aunt Michelle or my Uncle Paul whenever I'd walk in, and then they would drop me and my brother off there for the night. Like $20 for whatever we were gonna eat and like movies and whatever, you know, like I feel like they were taken advantage of. I can remember most of the nights I was there, I'd horseplay with my cousin Joe, and like we'd help out behind the counter and stuff sometimes, like help make snacks or whatever. Because he used to have this thing. It was like a snack box. You'd fold it. And my aunt would let me. My aunt Michelle would let me fold the boxes. It was I don't know. It was a lot of fun to fold the boxes for me. But you'd fold these little boxes, and they had a compartment for a little bit of popcorn, a compartment for candy, and a space for a drink. And that was like a $5, like all in one go for the movies. You get your candy, popcorn, and drink, and for a kid, or it wasn't $5, like $3 or something. It wasn't that expensive even. Welcome in, Janice. They also used to have like a couple little arcade games in the front. Like there was what was it? The one where you fly the jet and you shoot. What's the name of it? Freaking Top Gear or something, or Top Gun maybe it was called. I can't remember. There was one Pac-Man. There was one. What's the other one? A shooting game, like a one with an actual gun, like a zombie game. Well, House of the Dead. It was a House of the Dead game, and there was a race car one. There was one race car one. There was one where you fly a jet and you had to like fly a jet, fighter pilot type style. I believe it's called Top Gun. That one. There was a race car one that you got to sit down in the chair and drive the race car. The a Pac-Man game. I don't know if it was Miss Pac-Man or Pac-Man, but it was the old school, like big arcade style Pac-Man. Yeah. Yes, Michael. Yes. It was like three something for the movie. If it was a kid, they got in for like 250 or something. It's like, okay, my mom would send me with $20 and that would pay for me and my brother's movie as whatever snacks we might have ate for the night, you know? Which would usually be like popcorn, candy, soda, the usual. And back then you would get like each a theater box of candy. It was like $1 each, but they would charge like dollars at the theater, you know. And then like popcorn, I think was like $3 for a large popcorn. And we'd always have popcorn left over, you know. You remember movies being $1? We didn't have a value cinema. We had a local little cinema that my cousins ran, and yeah, still worth it. It was still worth it. Like, I can remember going to the movies. We got to watch a lot of free movies too. Like we didn't always pay for the movies we watched. Like if we were helping out, we got to go and sit in the up in the projector booth. And when we were in the projector booth, we weren't paying for those movies. We were just up there watching my Uncle Paul do his thing. Like he was changing out stuff, and we were watching him do it. And then we got to watch the movie because we were up there already. He had to stay up in the projector booth when the movie was playing in case something went wrong. So we were always up there. Soda was cheap. I remember like a large soda was like 250, and like a large popcorn was like $3. So you paid like 550 for a large popcorn and a large soda. That would get you through the movie and then some. And then like a candy was like $2. So all together for your snacks and everything, you were paying like $7 or $8 for a soda, popcorn, and a candy. And then the movie itself was like $3, 350 maybe. So all together, $10 was enough for one person to go to the movies. Like I mean that you couldn't complain back in the day. You could not complain back in the day with the prices of everything. I know we made a lot less minimum wage, but I would rather make a lot less minimum wage and not have to, like pay an arm and a leg for every little thing I want to get. Because that's how it feels right now. Feels like if I want to get a gallon of milk, I gotta cough up $5. I could have literally got everything I wanted at the movies back in the day for $5. Popcorn and a drink. Because if you didn't get the large, it was a lot cheaper. You can get, like, we were getting small cups. They gave us free refills. It didn't matter, The soda didn't matter. It wasn't charged by the soda. My aunt Michelle was making bank off of us, yeah. Because she would give us a small cup and she would give us a small popcorn, when we were in the movies. But she was keeping the whole 20. She was keeping the whole 20. And I don't blame her. She had to watch us all night long. Ah, large movie theater company. I remember when like Cinemark and what you call it? Oh, there was another big name for the movie business. Crap. Because I know Cinemark was a huge theater name back in the day, and then there was another one like drawing a blank. Like it's driving me nuts. I can picture the movie theater. AMC. We had AMC theaters back in Homa. If we wanted to travel an hour outside of the city, AMC was where you had to go to the AMC theater, and then that was a big theater, and they had, I don't know, 16 different movie screens. And you would always call ahead to AMC because you were driving an hour. You didn't want to drive an hour before, going there. But now they charge. They charge like five something a movie, and their popcorn was expensive, and like AMC was pricey back in the day. Like you had to have money. It was like $20 for one person to go to AMC back in the day. The movie was like five something. And then I think it was like 550 or 575 for an adult to go to a movie at AMC. And then the popcorn was like five something, and then like a drink was five something, and a snack was like three something. I was like, good God. I missed we had to go to AMC after they closed down the theater in Galliano. They turned it into like some port commission office or something. It was really shitty of them. They took away our bowling alley. They took away our movie theater. When I was a teenager, they made South Louisiana a very boring place to be. All that was left was bars and fishing. Now, don't get me wrong, I love fishing, but the bowling alley was awesome and the movie theater was awesome. They didn't have to take all that away from us. Y'all have 2 AMCs? Nice. I haven't been to a movie in forever. The last time I went to a movie was, sheesh. 2022 maybe? When I first got to Lyman. They got a small movie theater in Lyman, where I was parking at. Now I'm in Genoa. But there's a small movie theater over there that's kind of like an old school theater. You know, they only have one screen, so they only play one movie at a time. I made a post about it. I think I went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife or something. I think that's what it was called. I might have a picture. Let's see. That's 2020. That's only 2-4. Hold on. Okay, maybe it was 2021. Yeah, I guess it was about 2021 whenever I went to see that movie. That's craziness. Anyway. Wow! Lord of the Rings Return of the King? That's awesome. The last, like, movie I remember seeing as a kid was James and the Giant Peach. I remember being in the theater like before they shut it down, like before they closed down our theater in the on the bayou. I think it was like James and the Giant Peach was one of the last movies I remember seeing before they shut it down. We watched a bunch of movies there though. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun too, okay, because like after the movies would close, my mom and dad would come back and they would come to like not just pick us up, but they would come inside and we would all go sit and watch a movie in the actual theater. You know, like a free movie. My cousins would play whatever was showing, you know. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I miss back in the day, you know. There were fun times too when I was a kid. I don't necessarily want to say I attribute that to my mom and dad. I attribute that to my uncle and aunt that were really my cousins, I think. They weren't really uncle and aunt. 13.24. Checking my batteries. But I do miss the old days where we used to go and have fun. Be able to do things like go to the movies and it didn't cost an arm and a leg to do anything, you know? Like now it costs an arm and a leg to do anything. I haven't been to the movies in so long, but I don't know how much it costs. Welcome in, Brother Mike. Boom, boom, boom. If only. If only, brother. I was hoping it was true. I was hoping for your sake it was true. I'm going to do another blessings. What time is it? It's 11 already. Oof. Oh, yeah, we've been live for an hour and 20 minutes. Wow. Anyway, I guess I'll get off here and go find me something to eat. I don't know what else to do. I'm bored. Oof. What blue? Hi, blue. Hi, blue. You're so special. You are so special. Yes, you are. You are so special. You are so special, Blue Dream. You're the most specialist puppy in all the world. What, you mad at the food that's in your bowl? You don't like that food anymore? That food's not good enough for you anymore? You and Kush are both acting spoiled. But yeah, I know. I don't know. I miss the old days. Times were a lot more fun back in the day. I know thieves still existed back then too, but it wasn't as easy for them to steal your stuff. They had to work for it. Anyway, I hope you all have a blessed day. I will hopefully see you guys again at 4. I don't know how many more times I'll be able to live before my phone shuts off. But it was supposed to be repaid today, and that didn't happen because, yeah, y'all know what happened. It is what it is. But hope y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you later. Stay